My wife just deliberately baby-trapped me against my will, and now she's acting like nothing happened while my entire life is ruined. For 8 years, I thought I was living the perfect American dream. I have a great career, a big house, and 2 beautiful kids, a 5-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy. Getting through the baby years with 2 colicky, fussy bacchon, saath, sleepless nights, kaatna nightmare. I was completely done having kids. But a year ago, my wife started demanding a third. I flat out refused, reminding her we agreed on 2. She got furious, called me selfish, and said I was destroying her dream of a big family. A few days later, she suddenly apologized and her intimacy drive went through the roof. I thought everything was fine since she was on birth control and I was using condoms. I was so exhausted balancing work and housework that I didn't notice the red flags. Then came the day that changed everything. I walked home from work and found my wife dancing with joy, holding a positive pregnancy test. When she saw the pure shock on my face, she instantly started screaming at me, calling me unsupportive and claiming this was a miracle from God. To keep the peace, I hugged her and pretended to be excited. But later that night, as she eagerly planned to convert my private home office into a nursery, my suspicion hit the roof. Everything felt way too calculated. Once she fell asleep, I went to the cupboard, took out my condoms, and ran them underwater. Every single one of them had holes poked through them. My heart sank. I grabbed her phone, bypassed her lock, and opened her messages. There it was, texts with her best friend. Her friend literally suggested arranging an accident with a winky face, and my wife eagerly agreed, stating she was secretly going off her birth control to force a third pregnancy on me. I woke her up right then and demanded the truth. She got a deer in headlights look, burst into tears, and then aggressively turned it on me. She screamed that I had no right to check her phone, that birth control made her sick, and that if I didn't want a kid, I should have had a vasectomy. I told her to pack her bags and get out. She left for her parents' house crying. But then, the government implemented a strict stay-at-home order. Because of the lockdown, she had to move back into the house for the kids. Now, we are stuck under the same roof. She completely acts like nothing is wrong, constantly stopping me to talk about nursery designs and baby names, trying to force me to be excited. I am completely ignoring her. The trust is dead, the betrayal is absolute, but there's another child on the way. If your spouse legally and physically trapped you into a pregnancy by destroying your protection, would you divorce them the moment the baby is born? Or stay for the sake of the other kids? Let me know in the comments, because I am trapped in a living nightmare.